So one common thing I hear in practice is patients will say, gluten or wheat really bothers my stomach. I don't really know why though. A lot of times people feel better if they just avoid wheat altogether, but they're unsure if it's because of the gluten, the wheat, or something else. So today I want to break down the difference between wheat and gluten and why the distinction really matters. Wheat is a plant and gluten is a protein. Gluten is found in wheat, but wheat also contains many other proteins and peptides besides just gluten. This is important to understand because gluten can cause food sensitivities, as can all the other proteins found in wheat. And gluten can trigger an autoimmune type of reaction called celiac disease, which needs to be diagnosed and treated intentionally. So wheat contains several components that can all affect the body differently. First, gluten proteins. Gluten proteins are the part of wheat that cause issues for folks with celiac disease. In those cases, gluten itself is the trigger. Wheat also contains other proteins and peptides such as gliadin and others, that can be inflammatory and immune activating, even if gluten itself isn't the main issue. Non-celiac gluten sensitivity testing does not show up on celiac disease tests, but it can still cause symptoms all the same. And third, FODMAP carbohydrates. Wheat is high in certain carbohydrates known as FODMAPs. These don't trigger the immune system, but they're often poorly absorbed within the gut, which leads to fermentation by the microbiome, which results in gas, bloating, and abdominal pain. This is known as wheat intolerance or FODMAP intolerance. So when someone reacts to wheat, it doesn't necessarily mean that gluten is the problem. It might be gluten sensitivity, it might be celiac disease, it might be non-gluten wheat sensitivity, or it might be wheat intolerance. Are you confused yet? You're not alone. Even a lot of practitioners don't understand what's truly happening and how to help patients identify what the issue truly is so that they can map out a healing plan. So at a high level, the three main categories I want you to think about is one, autoimmune celiac disease, where gluten is a trigger for autoimmune reaction within the lining of the gut, leading to inflammation, malabsorption, and chronic long-term complications. Gluten and non-gluten sensitivity. This is a non-autoimmune reaction where the body is responding to gluten or other proteins within wheat, leading to food sensitivities, and wheat intolerance, which is usually related to poorly digested FODMAPs within the gut, leading to gas, bloating, and other symptoms. So the same food can cause a host of different reactions with different mechanisms. This is important to understand because figuring out what exactly you're reacting to and why will help guide you as to the best path forward. If you have autoimmune celiac disease, then lifelong gluten avoidance is key. If you have a wheat sensitivity, you might just need to temporarily avoid wheat and heal the lining of the gut and then reintroduce it successfully. Or you might have a wheat intolerance, which usually is treated by looking at the microbiome, digestion, and absorption so that you can tolerate those high FODMAP foods. So in the next video, we're going to talk more about what celiac disease actually is and how to test for it, as well as how to test properly for non-celiac disease, gluten and wheat sensitivity, because clarity matters. And when you understand your body, you can transform your health. Thanks for watching.